Alright everyone, it's time for a quick reaction to Trump's fairly brief speech with regards to the shutdown, the border wall, of course, and some of the blackpilling going on at the moment. Now, normally I don't make special videos, like afternoon I don't make videos at all typically. This one, though, is an exception. I have no choice. Like, people wanted me to do one on Roger Stone. This would be the 6th video. That's a little excessive because of YouTube's algorithms, especially sharing things out. Reaction to the Trump speech with regards to the shutdown. You know, long story short version, essentially what he's saying is, okay, the government's going to be reopened for 3 weeks. This is a temporary reopening in order for negotiations to continue. People get their back pay, government workers and so forth. We're continuing to persist. And then he optimistically says, well, I think the Democrats ultimately are willing to make a compromise to negotiate. Now, whether that's true or not doesn't really matter. What people are saying is, well, Trump has caved on the wall. Trump is backing down. He reopened the government without wall funding. This is a temporary reopening for 3 weeks. This is not a normal reopening like, oh yeah, 6 months or 12 months or something. We're going to budget for things. This is a 3-week reopening. Now, he gains 2 things from this, and this is what's important. Number one, not only did he just technically give a State of the Union address, at least in part on that issue, he now gets to deliver the full State of the Union. Why? Remember, he said, hey, okay, Nancy Pelosi, I'm willing to kick the can down the road. I'm not going to give the State of the Union until the government's reopened. Well, it's not closed, is it? No, he just reopened it. He's signing off on it tonight. So now he can give the State of the Union. Pelosi can't stop him. That's number one. Number two, what he's done is he has gotten the Democrats apparently to agree to a temporary continuation for negotiating purposes. What's the importance there? The Democrats didn't want to negotiate at all when it came to wall funding. Remember when Nancy Pelosi at first said, dismissed his proposal out of hand? Nope, we're not negotiating anything. Shut the fucking government down. We're not going to talk about the wall at all. I don't think that that's entirely accurate now, is it? They're apparently willing to negotiate enough to take the bait on this one. What's going to happen? Government reopens, okay? He comes out, he gives a State of the Union in which he will browbeat the Democrats and say essentially, look, there's, 2 or 3 weeks left. I want to keep the government open. I want to keep things funded, but we need a border wall. The Democrats need to negotiate on this. If they are unwilling to do that, the onus is almost entirely on them. See, what he's doing is turning the tables a little bit. Right now, he is disproportionately, he and the Republicans, taking blame for the shutdown. Will it be the same if the Democrats, who have agreed to a negotiation-based temporary extension on paying government workers and so forth, keeping the government open, if they then do not negotiate, they do nothing further, do they take additional blame? I think the answer is yes. I think Trump knows that the answer is yes. That's why he's doing this. It's a strategic move. This isn't caving on the wall. This is getting the wall built through strategy. But a lot of people are either they're too ignorant to understand that, number one, or they're just, they're just black-pilled completely. They're like demoralized or something. I can understand why some of them will be, of course. That was his main campaign promise to a large chunk of the electorate that voted for him. 2 years in, you only have a handful of successes with regards to border security. Understood, absolutely. If you want more, give him time. This is exactly how you negotiate. He can't just go in there and say, okay, I'm going to declare a state of emergency. I'm going to get the wall built with Pentagon funding. He'll get blocked by the Ninth Circuit the next day. So what do you expect him to do? This is the only thing that he can do. It's like a chess game. He's trying to outmaneuver the Democrats. And he's doing a damn good job so far of it. He's managed to get them to agree to this, primarily because what's their alternative? What if Trump came out and said, well, I tried to reopen the government, at least temporarily, to keep negotiations going, but they didn't take it. They refused. Well, they're keeping the government shut down. I extended the olive branch. They could have a 3-week, 4-week extension. They chose not to take it. So, fuck them, basically. They couldn't say no. And I think they know that, but I mean, how are they going to explain it to their constituents if they do refuse? Not going to happen. So they've reopened the government temporarily, with Trump coming out during this speech in which he's talking specifically about why he's signing off on it. Hey, this is for the purposes of wall-based negotiating. We must secure the border. There must be a physical impediment to people coming in illegally. That's why I'm reopening the government, so that conversation can continue. Now, of course, the hidden reason is the State of the Union. Almost certainly, it is very likely he'll give the State of the Union in the next couple of weeks. He'll say, okay, Nancy, government's open. Can I come in and give the State of the Union? Trust me, if she says no, it'll be worse for her. She should just let him give the SOTU address. She should just say yes, because the alternative will be a lot worse. He'll come out and say, hey, remember this little letter? And he'll hold it up right on Twitter. He'll have a picture of it right there. Say, remember when Nancy said that it was security concerns that kept me from doing the State of the Union in the House? There's no security concerns. Secret Service has been paid. They're just fine. She's still not letting me make it. She's trying to strangulate and hold the government hostage. See, it's the Democrats that want to shut things down. He'll win. He's pretty much won either way. But there are a lot of people out there that don't understand his particular style of negotiation, I think, and his particular style of strategy. And that some of these people are people that I like the content of. Like, I like Mike Cernovich. I like his content, but he's wrong. He's flat out wrong, I think, on this. Now, it could be that Trump fails. Let's be honest here. It's possible he fails. The Democrats don't fund the wall. They lock down the government. They shut it down again, which is what they've done now. He takes the blame anyway. It's possible that happens, but I don't think it's overtly likely. I don't think it's quite as likely as some people think. So yeah, I don't have a problem with what Trump's doing, and I don't understand some of these people. They're highly intelligent. They understand the basics of political strategy, and they're still trying to ream Trump as though he sold out. How? Did you read that headline on Breitbart or something like that? Yeah, you should probably avoid them. They're part of the legacy media too. That's about all. Peace out.